If you guys ever seen Silent Hill, that's what I'm in right now. I'm not gonna affirm that I'm in Silent Hill, but I am. It is 7 o'clock and it is still so foggy and misty out. It's crazy. I could barely see ahead of me. It's so insane. But I had to get up here in the morning and shoot this video for you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did shoot like two different takes, and they're not flowing the way I want to. And I think I'm trying to. It, I have this thing, man, and I know it still comes from childhood, where it's like I feel like I have to literally prove myself in these videos. And for me, that's what this challenge also is. Come with all this consciousness overdrive that I'm doing, is really coming into all of the knowledge that I absorbed through the years and awakened to. And what I really realized, which is very funny, is the beginning is really the end. The beginning and the end are really one and the same. Like the whole Ouroboros in the consciousness snake dragon going and eating its own tail. Because I'm really realizing like everything that I'm doing now is really what was happening at the beginning. But at the beginning, it felt like I had this understanding and knowing. Even my like spiritual gifts were more locked in, which is another cool thing I learned. I think I said this in my last video. I ended up learning about my other side of the family, where I have elders in there apparently that are spiritual. So it's funny. It's kind of like it's really genetic. It really is like passed down, but it skipped a generation and came on to me and my cousin from what I hear, and that's fucking insanely cool, man. Indigenous Barbados elders. But anyways, what I wanted to say to you guys in this video, that I was just yapping and yapping and yapping and bringing up other creators like in a good way. Um, and then talking about this one story that I keep telling because I know the topic weighs heavy on my heart, and that's why I want to bring it up. And when it basically was, I kept ranting about this whole narcissism thing, because once you really understand what self love is really going to look like narcissism to somebody who hasn't understood themselves yet. And I think that's like the easy like microphone drop I could put on that, because I remember talking to someone who told me they were spiritual, which I already learned a long time ago. You got to be careful who you open up to and who you talk to this stuff about, because they could just start like they could just take what you say I almost said out of consciousness. So funny, out of context. But the thing is about the spiritual journey is you are ascending back to your godhood. You're ascending back to the God mind. A divine frequency, a divine consciousness is not going to sound like a human mind. This is something that who I would consider a teacher to me that didn't consider himself a teacher, but he since passed. I made a video on this individual a long time ago who would say this all the time. Like that's why when you have a spiritual awakening, it's really easy to tell who's awakened or not. And it's he didn't used to say that, but I'm saying like it's easy to tell who's awakened and not, because you really don't take offense to anything if you're truly like awakened after you shed that spiritual ego, if you get one. But um is the fog clearing? Is that why it looks like I hear something? It's so odd. I'm just gonna I hear something. That sounds like a horror, like a bird losing its mind. Anyways, sorry to get sidetracked, but the you're okay. So not I don't want to go off tangent too much, but you're listen, a divine mind is not going to sound like a human mind, and I really need to stress that, because if you're rising back up in frequency, you're going to sound wild to people. Like that's really why when some people have their tower moment or they have an awakening, friends and family think they've gone crazy. But you know what's funny? Eventually they come back around, right? Because of spiritual awakening and being of a higher frequency, you only can go up when you have a spiritual awakening, because you recognize the inner world is the true world. So you really start to go up in frequency. So then they come around, because it's like they realize, the old frequency lets you go. The Bible actually has a verse about this. You are not of the world. I have chose you out of the world. And so the world will hate you as it hated me, because if you were of the world, then the world would love you like one of its own. But because you are not, it'll hate you as it hates me. And, and also like, I think the rest of the Bible verse from Christ is that like, I'm doing the work of the Father. So if they hate me spreading the word of the Lord, they're going to hate you for it. And ironically, the Bible can be broken down in the metaphysical way, which is really metaphysical because Christ was against religion, is that it's literally telling you the work of God within you. When you're doing this work, the world will hate you. And that's what I'm saying, with that narcissism comment that I always harp on talking about, because again, a lot of people, our generation has this problem where they see things online, and at least this is what I was aware of for the past years, where they get online or they see these short videos, and short form content has literally degenerated the brain. I'm being dramatic, but they'll see things and think they're an expert or a psychology expert and just start calling everyone narcissists, when self-love, embodiment, and being confident in your frame, and being confident, not cocky or arrogant, being confident and put in your frame, it's a frequency that can off put others in good. It should be polarizing because we live in a polarity. We live in a dualistic reality. So the thing is those frequencies aren't going to match. They're going to they're going to push themselves away. But the reason I say this is because spirituality has become so commercialized. It's like, like, I don't know, it's just, there's a lot of integrity lost in it, and a lot of people just doing shit for clicks. So anyways, this isn't supposed to be, this is supposed to be my daily video, and I guess I just had to yap. So let me just end it in a good way, because these are supposed to be morning affirmations and everything, dude. And sorry guys, I just want to be raw. I get so annoyed at myself when I do that, dude. I yap. I yap, and I yap, man. Dude, I'm too like a perfectionist with myself. I'm gonna leave this all in the video because I want to show you all the process I go through, dude. That's why I shoot these videos sometimes like 8 or 9 times, dude. I really do it. And my 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 love of my life, she always gets on me for this, and she's like, "Yo, just keep your work. Don't delete it. Like, it's good. You drop value. You say what you say." But man, I feel like sometimes I say it so chaotically. But that's how I am in nature. I'm a chaos being. People tell me I articulate myself well, bro, but man, sometimes I hear myself and I'm like, dude, just get to the point. All right, I gotta stop. I just gotta be me, and I gotta chill. What I want to say to you guys is, fuck all that noise. I'm tired of like trying to fucking explain myself. Either people resonate with it or they don't resonate with it. And there we go. That's my fucking epiphany in the moment, my realization in the moment. I don't give a fuck anymore. You are a god. And whether you realize that or not realize it, this shit isn't about narcissism. Fuck me even mentioning all these fucking great content creators out here and all these people who keep the integrity of spiritual work. I'm here to stand for that shit too. You are a god. You are awakened, man, and you define the rules of what this is, because God chose you to wake you up to live out your experience, whatever that looks like. But I'm telling you, it doesn't look like depression. It doesn't look like anxiety. It doesn't look like all these fucking magical entities you created. Look up a book by, I think it's David Michael Cunningham, I may be wrong, called Creating Magical Entities. When you name these things or put yourself even in a box with neurodivergent and anxiety and ADHD, these are very good things to research and have a basis. Make sure my mic isn't dying, and have a basis for certain things, or to understand your nature a little bit more. Don't use these terms to lock yourself in a box of growth. Because yeah, people said I might be neurodivergent. That's how I pick up patterns. I'm hyper vigilant. I've had my trauma in my life, so I'm who I am, and you know. But the thing is I'm so much more than that. We're not even this body. This is just a temporary existence that we are in. Live it. Have fun. Don't express yourself. Be an individual, because the system doesn't want you to do that. It wants you to fall for this consumerism and all this. No, be a fucking god. You are a god. You are a god, and not on any fucking weird god complex shit. No, your brothers and sisters and the people walking around you acknowledge the god. Yeah, some of them may be stupid gods. They may be a poor god. They may be doing some dumb shit. They may be dumb gods. But nonetheless, we are all one under the universe, under God. And it's really, and I'm like, why is this shit such a difficult understanding for people, man? Existential knowledge, man. Oh man, I did a video on Howard Gardner, man, and his 9 types of intelligences is just so true. Because certain people are just born intelligent into different fields, they have a natural knack or have a natural Their soul pulls them in a natural direction of what they may be, whether it's kinesthetically intelligent, physiology, bio, whatever you're in, quantum mechanics, just like the things that you naturally gravitate towards, you were born with that intelligence or that making, that map, that centerpiece, that whether you want to say the universe, God, whatever name for source. I like saying the maker. I've said this in other videos, but the maker, it's you. It's you. You're one with your maker. We did not come here to play small. We did not come here to play like little. No, be you. I'm telling you guys because I had to grow into this understanding and I really understood why I had a spiritual awakening, guys. I was I was on train tracks screaming at the top of my lungs, crying in my friend's basement. Go look at the video. Saying like, why am I here? Why am I so different than everybody? Why is my mind so advanced? Why do I feel so much older than I am? Why do I feel these things? Why do I feel like I'm so like, you know? And I realized I was trapped in the prison of my own mind. And that's when God literally spoke to me. When people say like God speaks, I fucking figured that shit out. I wanted to hear it. I pushed my mind so far. I pushed it so far that I opened myself to receive and understand and hear. I had visions, things like this. I had visions that scared some of my peers that were like close in my family that were like, oh, you got to pray that away. Like the devil's giving you that. Motherfucker, I'm the devil and God. Satan. Satan was a. I like the perspective that this like Bible study video thing that my cousin sent me the other day, how they handled Satan because he was an angel. That's the whole joke. This is all the creation of God. It's all aspects of you. Don't demonize these certain parts of you. That's part of the spiritual work that some people lose the integrity. The shadow is you. There's one content creator I love that talks about this all the time. I, the Lord, do the good and the evil. I do all the good. I do all the evil. It's you. The God created the devil. But then people be like, oh, but that devil is a separate entity. That devil though, and blame everything on. And it's like, motherfucker, that is you. That shadow that you don't want to deal with. People really do use religion sometimes to fucking not take accountability. That's what I love about spirituality that I think scares a lot of people when they come into it or understanding you is that you are now accountable for your perspective on life and why you look at things the way you do. And that's why it scares the shit out of people or why it's so easy when someone is calling themselves all these high things, but for themselves, not for any validation from anybody outside of themselves. I don't need a single lick of anyone to like me, love me because I am love. I am wealth without having to go out and seek these things. Because that's the material world, you guys. That's what Satan was tempting Christ with. This. Oh, you got a nice little job, like a little safe job. You make 100K a year, motherfucker. I am 100K a year. And I'm talking from experience. I did this, you guys. I literally walked around saying like, oh, I make $100,000 a year. I was in Texas. I make $100,000 a year. Tell me how a job hit me up an email, all legit, and was like, oh, we want to interview you. And I ended up looking at the job for a brand ambassador. And it was like 100K a year for a very big company. I was like, what? Because you are the world. It's you. It's you. And that's why I'm making these videos because you are the world, man. This external world trying to tempt you, the girls, the whatever, the thrills, all of this. I love KRS one song. I think it's Street Light. I can't remember if that's the right song where he said, "Bills, you should not fear. Thrills, you should not stare. Focus your attention on God because it's right here." And the fucking beat goes crazy because it is like it's in you. The kingdom of heaven is within. You don't need anything outside of yourself. And that's how I can stand on this video and fucking tell you guys that you're God's, man, because I recognized it. It's how I had all my visions. Everything that I've been doing was leading up to this point, to videos like this. That's why I'm really not scared to make them anymore. And I'm not even scared to talk like this anymore. Fuck all that fucking fumbling over my word stuff. You guys are gods, dude. Anyway, that's my video from the morning for y'all. I wanted to get up and do this for y'all. Remember, you're a legend. You're the heart. You're the soul of the system. You make it beat. The world turns, and we're the giants making it turn. That's a song from That's actually a song in League of Legends. It's called Giants. You should look it up. But the fucking artist Thutmose, he's in there, which again, cool because it's like an Egyptian king or god that he named himself after. Pretty sick. Well, he might be the reincarnation. That motherfucker was, I'm a god, better ask if you don't know. He just straight up said it in a song. And remember, music is mantras. It's the universe. One song. It's all one song. Anyways, I'm done yapping. Much love. I got to get on to my actual normal videos for this channel, but we're doing a consciousness overdrive, and that's the point. To be invoking this stuff within you. Ah, oh, God, like God energy, your divine, your power, your energy. Feel it through what you say. Feel it through how you step. Feel it through how you walk. Walk it. Your energy. This is energy. This is energy. It's an energy game. And you think feeling bad about yourself or feeling less than or feeling like, oh, I don't get this, I don't deserve this, I don't think that is going to attract it to you when we live in a fucking. Come on, guys. Consciousness overdrive. I told you each video I think will just get crazier and crazier. I might mellow out, but I may be saying the most ridiculous things by the end of the 30 days. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going for 30 days. We'll see. But I'm just doing this to prove to y'all that y'all have the discipline within you to do it yourself. You can do something consistently every day. Get up and do it. I love y'all. And that's it. I love y'all. Let's fucking go.